Hello family, welcome to my guideline to happiness. Before I start the video, obviously know that I don't know everything. I'm just a human. I popped out of a vagina like you did. I mean, actually no, I was a C-section. But I wanted to talk about a guideline to happiness, man. So this video was founded on an idea from the Buddha. He said, attachment is the root of all suffering. Right? Attachment is the root of all suffering. So what that means is that if you have things in your life that take your attention away from the present moment, that causes suffering. So for example, let's say you got a drug addict. That dude's attachment is drugs. So when he smokes the fucking drugs, whatever it is, he feels good, but then it adds to his addiction. And then the withdrawal symptoms happen, and overall it's just suffering over and over and over again until he breaks that cycle of attachment. Now, you can be attached to more things than just like drugs. Like you can be attached to a person, you can be attached to a concept or a thing or anything, man. It's like if you got a toxic girlfriend or toxic parents or something, that's an attachment. You can break away from that. Or if you watch basketball and you fucking love LeBron, that's an attachment, I guess. I mean, if LeBron did something wrong or something happened, or let's say he didn't win this championship, you could be suffering because of that. You'd be lame as hell if you did that, but I mean, who knows, man. So how can we get rid of attachment? Well, I put out 5 steps. First step is to focus on yourself. Now you gotta understand, the one person that can truly understand you is you. Nobody else can read your thoughts. They can just hear what you're saying to them. They can hear your ego speaking to them. They don't know what's up here. Only you do. Only you can see and know your higher self. No one else can know that. So if you're the only one who can know your higher self, then why would you even give anyone else the ability to hinder you? You know what I'm saying? Now, first off, I said ego and higher self. I'm gonna explain what those means. You got the ego right there, which is like the lower self. People call it, or it's the lower self. People call it the egoic self, or you can call it the ego. Pretty much, let's say you got a dude named Jeff, and fucking like the ego would be Jeff's name, whoever Jeff thinks he is. If Jeff's a fucking mechanic, that's his ego self. That's what he does. Pretty much, that's his like role he plays in this world that we live in. And then Jeff's higher self could be some fucking divine being or whatever. It's just, it's the amount of vibration you have within your body at the moment, pretty much. An egoic body does not use its vibration to its highest potential, and it has a lower vibration due to the negative thoughts that you pretty much conjured based on the attachment you have to the material world, right? That's why you see Buddhist monks fucking in the mountains praying like this with nothing around them, no shirt on, nothing. They don't even have shoes on a lot of times. It's because they don't have any connection to the material world. That's how you connect back to, I guess, the world that you came from. Because when you come out as a baby, you don't come out and say, my name's Jeff, nice to meet you. No. You come out fucking crying and just looking around, screaming and shit. And then your parents give you a name. And their parents gave them a name. And so on and so on. So, as fucking humans, as like the descendants of apes, bro, we aren't born with names. We aren't born with roles. We just are, bro. So the fact that we give each other names, the fact that we see each other in a certain light, like this person, he does this. This person, he does this. Anybody could do anything, pretty much. Anybody. So why would you limit people based on their ego? So like I'm saying, when you become aware of these things, You have to focus on yourself. Pretty much focus on you. Don't listen to what other people are doing. Don't fucking follow other people. If you have a purpose in your head and your heart, you follow that shit. Pretty much you got to focus on you. You got to make you the number one thing in your life, all right? It's that simple. That simple. I know other people can make it sound like, oh, you're abandoning me, shit. Well, I wouldn't have to abandon you if you didn't fucking cause negative emotions in me. And if you can change, if you can adapt the lifestyle that I want to, then you can come with me. It's that simple. But if all you're gonna do is hinder me, then there's no reason for me to follow you. I mean, I'm an adult. I can do what I want, bro. It's not that serious, you know what I'm saying? So step 2, this one might be harder for the younger people, but get off social media. It's not that important, you know what I'm saying? It's just all social media is an illusion, right? If you see some fucking hot ass model with their ass cheeks out, fucking flopping everywhere, you're gonna see that chick and say, wow, she's fucking hot, bro. I mean, is that it? Is that all she can offer to me? She's attractive? What kind of person is that, bro? That's not a person. That's a fucking image. That's an ego. That's a model. That's a fucking a facade, pretty much. It's just a front you put up, bro. Social media lets you see the highlights of people's lives and not the lowlights. I mean, that same model probably went home and had fucking nasty ass diarrhea, fucking shitting everywhere. I mean, getting drunk on the weekends, fucking throwing up and crying. And I mean, you see the good parts of them. You see the attractiveness. You see the body. You see their fucking personality, you can call it, which is most likely fake because they're an ego. You see that part of it. And then let's say you have an average person with 50 followers, maybe 300 followers, something like that. They don't have a million followers like these models. They don't have all this shit. Those people are going to look at them and be like, wow, they're so much more attractive than me. They're so much better than me. But you got to realize all they focus on is their looks, man. That's what gives them all their money. They probably don't give a shit about, well, not even probably. They don't give a shit about you at all because they don't know you. You don't know them either, bro. So why are you giving them stock? Huh? So whenever you're on social media, you're just going to see negative shit. Because negative things is what people focus on. That's what gets popular, bro. You don't see some dude meditating on fucking Instagram. Nah, you see rappers fucking beefing. You see crazy shit happening around the world. You see fucking wildfires. You see people blowing up and shit. That's what the stuff you see on Instagram. You gotta get away from that stuff or else you're gonna be stuck in your ego self forever. Right? We all have an ego self and we all have a higher self. Most people do never ever connect to the higher self in their life, bro. You're just stuck in this egoic mind state, which is like this world around me, man. Like it's my phone, bro. This is part of the 3-dimensional world. So, man, as people say, man, people say life's a bitch. They say life sucks, man. Life doesn't suck, man. This 3-dimensional world sucks. The world that my phone is in sucks. The world this body's in sucks. The world that fucking, like I said earlier, Jeff is in sucks. The real world doesn't suck, bro. This is not the real world. If it was the real world, why would you have like a good and a bad conscience? Why would that make any sense? If this was the way the world's supposed to be, then why would you have a side of you that's telling you to do shit that's bad for you? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. You don't really sound so much as like a higher being, like a god or whatever. I mean, we're as smart as gods, bro. We can think of anything. But we're just in like ape-like primal bodies because our mind tells us to go after things we desire, man. After things we desire. And I mean, we're just like animals in that regard, man. But animals don't speak, they don't think like we do. So clearly there's something there that is more than just a human body. It's more than just a physical being. There's a soul back there. There's a spirit, man. And when you're on your phone all the time, you don't ever connect with those spirits, man. You always are connecting with the ego. It's part of the matrix, man. That's all it is, bro. So, man, get off social media. Even if you got to delete Instagram, fucking Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you use, TikTok, delete it. I promise you, you will feel better. You will feel much more happy straight away. That's just how it is. I mean, in the 90s, you didn't have social media, you had electronics, but people back then were all in the moment. There's any time before like early 2000s. And people ask why. Why is my generation, why is Gen Z so depressed and anxious? Well, you ever thought about this thing? You use fucking 10 hours a day every day? When I wake up in the morning, I turn on my phone to look at the time. And then I stay on my phone all day. What is that? That's not normal. The fuck? I'm not a robot, bro. So, like I'm saying, just get off social media, even if it's for one day, man. You're not gonna miss anything. And if you do miss something, eventually you can turn your social media back on when you decided not to be attached to it as much, and you can look at what's going on. I promise you're not gonna be missing anything important. Because you know how media works. They just make things seem important when they really don't matter at all. So once you get off that thing, once you get off the attachments that the media gives you, social media, all that stuff, when you get off those attachments, you will become a better version of yourself. You will start to see your higher self. Now, step 3. This is one of the most important steps. It's the most important step that changed me. It's meditation. So step 3, meditation. Meditation is, a lot of people think it's just sitting there and breathing and relaxing. And that's a form of meditation, but it's not just what meditation is. Meditation is focusing in the present moment as much as possible. It's concentration. It's the reason you breathe is to get your body flowing. So something like jogging, that's meditation. Anything where you're not really using your brain to think as much. Something where you're just being in the moment and you're just existing and using your bodily functions. Because when you meditate, the stereotypical meditation, you're closing your eyes and you're deep breathing over and over and over again. Well, if that doesn't seem natural to you, then I don't know what is, because the two easiest and quickest things, most simple things I can do in my life, I can blink that quick, and I can breathe. I learned those two things the second I was born. Why would I not use it throughout my life? So what happens during meditation? I like to listen to 432 hertz frequencies, which would be in you type on YouTube meditation music and you can find something. It don't have to be 432, it can be anything. Some people go for 10,000, 3,000, whatever. It doesn't really matter, because each frequency has a purpose, It uplifts your vibration and lets you connect with your higher self. Because if you're going to think about, let's use God and devil as symbols. The devil would be anything from the matrix world, the three-dimensional world, the ego world. All that stuff is the same. That's all the devil. All the desire. If you go on Instagram and you see a hot chick and you want to fuck, that's the devil talking to you. Anything, any drug you want to do, anytime you hate someone, anytime you have pretty much anything that's not love in your body. Love, intention, all that stuff. That's the devil. God is something that most people have not connected with. And I haven't connected with them till this year. This year woke me up. So when you meditate, if you want to meditate, close your eyes and just focus on breathing in and out and try to clear your mind of all thoughts if possible. When I do that, I can get into a meditative state really quickly where I can think deeper than in my normal waking state. So if I have something I'm struggling with, like for example, if I'm depressed every day, go through life depressed every day, I don't know why, I don't know how to fix it. I can meditate, and eventually, it usually takes me like 20, maybe 15 to 20 minutes to get into a deep meditative state where I can speak to my higher self, or at least gain information from source, which would be like God, the higher source. Um, I can speak to it, and it can tell me the answers that I need. And a lot of times, it's really, really, really simple. A lot more simple than I thought. I thought to be happy, I would need to get success, I would need to make money, I would need to do all this shit. But I just needed to work on myself. I just needed to be in the moment, just pretty much meditating throughout the day, always observing, and not so much. I don't need to be so much in the moment that I do. Wait. I don't need to so much be involved in the moment than I need to be in the moment, right? So if there's a conversation happening, I don't have to be in the conversation, but I can pay attention to the conversation. It's the difference between being in a movie theater. Are you the thing on the movie, on the screen, or are you the person watching the movie? The person watching the movie can watch the movie and then go home and do whatever they want. The people in the movie, if they're fighting a war, they're not really going to be able to go home afterwards, man. It's that simple. If I'm talking to you, if two people are having a conversation, they are what's on the movie screen. They're speaking. Two people. If you have two, let's say normal people who don't ever meditate or anything, they talk to each other. Their ego selves. They're talking. They're gonna take what each other say as fact. So if someone says, "I don't like this about you," and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'll try to fix it." You're gonna be thinking about that all day. Me, if someone gives me criticism, I will take it. I will try to find my own meaning of it, but I'm not gonna let it hinder me at all. I don't give a shit what you gotta say, because I'm happy. I feel way more outgoing than I used to be. I'm a lot more confident, right? Meditation taught me that. Meditation taught me to be in the moment and just be myself. So, number 4, manifestation. So, manifestation, I have not really. I've been using it recently, and it's changed a lot of shit for me right away. And there have been YouTubers that I've been paying attention to that have pretty much explained a step for step process that I like to use. When I wake up, I like to take a cold shower just to get my body, like, I guess, woken up. You, because when you wake up and you go in the fucking cold shower, as cold as it can be, it shocks the hell out of you and makes you wake up for the day. I like doing that in the morning. Alright, so the last step is really, really, really simple. Take care of yourself. Step 5, take care of yourself. By this, I mean do the stuff that's healthy for your body. Because if your body isn't healthy, you're not going to be able to connect to your higher self as fruitfully. So, what I mean, if you're going out and eating those fucking nasty, processed foods all the time, for example, if I go to the store and all I eat is like Reese's cups and let's say Reese's cups, you go see those like weird square brownies with like the cosmic brownies, that's what I mean. Eat those type of things. Where do those things even come from? They didn't come from the ground. They didn't come from the world. They came from a factory. They mix a bunch of chemicals together. They put it and make it look fucking juicy, look delicious. They put it in a box, put it on a shelf. You come by, pay for it with some paper. You come home, put it in your mouth, chew it up. You're like, oh, it tastes delicious. And then all the chemicals go down in your body, and it just fucks up your whole body. That's just how it is, bro. It just puts you in a lower state of vibration. Because the food has energy. Everything has energy, and energy is vibration in a way. It's like everything has energy, and then vibration is, I wouldn't say stored in that energy, but it's created through that energy that something has. So it's like scientific. You know, if you want to lose weight, you shouldn't be eating cosmic brownies and Reese's cups. You know, if you want to lose weight and gain muscle, you're going to want to eat protein, vegetables, all that stuff. Just be smart with that. First off, don't eat shitty stuff. Drink a lot of water. Work out. Working out is not that hard, honestly. There are many, many YouTube channels that can teach you everything you need to know. For example, Athlete X. Athlete X is my favorite workout channel, pretty much. He can teach you anything. He can get you in shape real quick as long as you follow his instructions. It's going to take determination, but you can get in shape. And getting in shape, getting your body in shape is going to help get your mind in shape. That's how it goes. They pretty much a cycle. They follow each other. If your body's good, your mind's good. If your mind's good, your body's good. Because if your mind's good, you have determination. You have discipline. If your mind has discipline, your body's going to be disciplined as well. It's that simple. Work out. Drink water. I like to go on fast. You don't necessarily have to. But I find that if I fast, it helps me. For example, yesterday I drank Dr. Pepper. And I haven't been drinking nothing but water for a little while. And I felt like shitty, really shitty. So today I decided to go dry fast, which is no food, no water. And I feel fucking fantastic. You would think I'd feel tired, no energy, but I feel amazing, bro. I feel great. Like, honestly. Try it out sometimes. It's not that hard. Pretty much just get a lot of sun as much as you can. Be outside, just breathe in fresh air. Get out of your room. At least keep your room clean. At least. Make your bed in the morning. Do all that stuff. Just take care of yourself, man. Like, I shouldn't have to explain it to you because you know what you're supposed to be doing. Eat vegetables. Eat leafy greens. I know it don't taste too good, but it'll make you feel great. And stop eating so much meat. I'm not saying don't stop eating meat completely. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you eat meat, you're going to become tired and sluggish. I find that if I eat red meat, like let's say I eat some steak, it'll taste good, it'll feel good, but then within 30 minutes, I'm going to be laying down wanting to sleep, or I'm going to be tired. I'm not going to want to go to the gym anymore. That's just how it goes. I'm not vegan. I like to base more on plant-based foods. But if I go somewhere, if I go to a friend's house and they're serving meat, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to be a little tired, but I can handle it. It's not like fucking up one time is going to fuck up everything you've done. Because everything you've done does not take that much effort to get there. It just takes dedication and pretty much losing attachment. If you take care of yourself, you're losing attachment to all the negative things you have. Like, if you're fat, you probably have an attachment to food. If you don't go to the gym, you probably have an attachment to either insecurity. You don't like what people if you go to the gym, you won't like that people are looking at you. You don't like the pain. That means you're not disciplined. It means you love pleasures too much. You have an attachment to pleasure. You need an attachment. It wouldn't even be an attachment. It'd just be you need the presence of pain and discipline in your life. Or you just like being comfortable. You like being comfortable. You don't like change that much. You don't like change because you're attached to what you have right now. Just take care of yourself, man. I promise you, if you follow all 5 of those steps, you will become a much better person than you are. If you had to take something from this video, try to do these things. If you can tomorrow, if you're feeling up to it, wake up tomorrow, take a cold ass shower. It'll be fucking hard. It'll be very, very difficult. It'll feel like shit, but you will get used to it. Give it like 5 minutes. You'll get used to it. It's not that bad, really. Take that cold shower, go outside, stand in the sun for a little bit. You don't gotta look at the sun, because I know that might hurt your eyes. Just be outside in the sun. Come back in. Try your best to meditate. Just close your eyes for 20 minutes and just try not to think of anything and just breathe. Breathe, that's it. Just breathe over and over. Focus on nothing, breathing like just do it. Just try it, bro. I promise you will begin to feel at peace. And once you begin to feel at peace, you will go into a meditative state eventually. And then you go from there, finish your meditation, get up, and start trying to manifest something. Manifest something. If I had to give you an idea, manifest something vague, like, I will become the best version of myself. Think it, say it out loud, write it down, and then act on it. 4 things. And all that time, stay off your phone. Stay off social media. Stay off that shit. I promise you, if you follow these guidelines, it will work quickly. It will happen quickly. It will be a quick change as long as you fully commit to it. People might ask, oh, what are you doing? Be like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. Are they really gonna, even if they do make fun of you for it, how are you gonna, you're not gonna give that any credence. It won't matter to you because you're doing the best for yourself. You're making yourself the number one thing in your life. You're making your life a priority, which it should be because it's your life. How is that people say that's selfish. I'm like, no, it's not, bro. The only thing you had when you came out of the womb was you. How is that selfish? It's not. Follow these guidelines. Follow them. And you will become a better version of yourself very, very quickly. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you would like me to talk about anything, speak about anything, let me know. If you want my opinion on anything, let me know. If you like the video, subscribe. I'm going to have a wide array of topics that I'm going to be covering. Not only spirituality, but spirituality is something I very much love. Making myself better, I love it. If you like the video, subscribe, and goodbye, family.